We are in Idaho, which is famous for its potatoes. On all the license plates it says Idaho famous potatoes. That's literally what they're saying they're famous for. That's their whole thing. So we wanted to test that out, wanted to get some authentic Idaho potatoes. So we've come to Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen and got some chicken tenders with some Cajun fries. And whilst there is Cajun seasoning on them, I can only assume that they do use authentic Idahoan potatoes. That's Idaho. Stop here in a place called Missoula in Montana. We're going to stop in Idaho in a place called Coeur d'Alene. But then cameraman George discovered some kind of controversy. He looked up some kind of controversy with Coeur d'Alene and the Ku Klux Klan. And I thought, well, you know, I can deal with the French people for the most part. They make lovely pastries, but French KKK, I'm drawing the line there, guys. Still in Montana, almost leaving Montana. We've driven through quite a lot of Montana, looking for stuff, and I haven't really found any. I think that is the point of Montana, that there is nothing. But as we can see, there is beauty in that nothing. Do you see? The absence of stuff means one is alone with one's thoughts. Do you understand? And I have to say, my thoughts are telling me to dance. Montana! If you were curious as to how important social distancing is, check out this poster here in Sheridan, Wyoming, detailing, thanks for social distancing the right way. This is in Wyoming. There's only 34 people in this entire state, okay? That should tell you something. Artists have faces. It's a thing we can't deny. When an artiste gets to be a bit more successful, they get to be on TV and their face on the screen is a bit larger than it is in real life. When an artiste gets even more successful, they get to be in movies. The screen gets larger, the face gets larger. And then when they reach their peak, they get to be carved onto the side of a mountain, like Mr. Washington, Jefferson, Roosevelt, and Lincoln. See, I know all the names. I currently, depending on how you watch the Most Week show, am on TV screens. That's how big my face is. But one day, just maybe, I too shall be carved onto the side of a mountain. I'll see you soon, boys. I could just sneak in here. So cameraman George led us up this mountain. We've walked up this mountain and he's giving me a look because he says it's a hill, but I don't think I'd be this out of breath if we had just walked up a hill. And I mean, look at this. Look at this. I don't know whether my expectations of South Dakota mountains has been skewed, but no heads up here at all. No presidents. No vice president. I'd take a treasury of the secretary at this state. Disgusting. Nothing. the Badlands in South Dakota. Do you know what I say? Not bad at all. Cold? Like cold? But sometimes cold can be good. Like the love of a mother. Come to see some of these incredible rock formations. Natural art, am I right? Kind of looks like an alien landscape, doesn't it? Like from some kind of science fiction story. You can just picture like some kind of alien monster over there, and maybe a spaceship down there, and maybe some kind of alien lady over there with green skin, and she's wearing some things, and gosh, maybe it doesn't feel quite so cold anymore. I am here in the small town of Mitchell in South Dakota, where I've come to visit the world's only Corn Palace, which is a large building decked out kind of like the Taj Mahal, and decorated the outside of which each and every year with corn husks and actual corn. This is a great example of a town doing something with all the stuff they have. They said, you know what, we've got a lot of corn, let's make a building out of this. And a lot of people would have said, no, don't do that, it's stupid. But Mitchell said, you know what, we're gonna do it. And I take my hat off to them, because this is genuinely one of the most incredible things I've ever seen in my life. Well done, Mitchell. Staying in a motel is all about convenience. You park up, you unload, you go to sleep. It's that simple and straightforward. But a cheap American motel also carries with it that sense of American crime movies. It's all a bit anonymous. People are traveling in and out. There's something bad going on. And this particular Motel 6 in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, goes that extra mile, which I really appreciate. They didn't have to do this, but they did. Every Motel 6, you get this big deadbolt that says, you're gonna need it. They've also got a broken heater here. We have cigarette burns on the bedspread, and you can't see it, but there's a general kind of waft of cigarettes, like guys smoking after a bank heist gone wrong. It's wonderful. And we've also got the pièce de résistance, a broken panel here on the sink. Don't worry, they give you the broken panel, that's in the corner. So I just want to say a big thank you to the team at Sioux Falls, South Dakota Motel 6 for just going that extra mile to give me the sense of like, hey, how many crimes have taken place in this room? It's American history. Omaha Zoo. A wonderful zoo. Probably. I didn't go in, so I can't speak to that with any real authority. What I can say, pretty decent toilets. Foam thing, a motion activated hand towel thing. Credit where it's due, guys, you know? Whether they are getting to the top of a mountain or the moon, all of life's great explorers had some evidence that they did get where they got. Evidence. That's the key. That's the art. I'm currently in Omaha, Nebraska. I'm on a bridge. Here is is Nebraska on this side and Iowa on this side. So this video right here is evidence that I, Notme, have visited Iowa. Huh? And, maybe we just leave it at that. In my quest to sample a lot of local cuisines, we did it with Idaho, with the potato. We did that, we had a good time doing it. We're in Omaha, Nebraska now, and we are visiting a local chain of fast food restaurants called Runzer, where we have ordered a Runzer. It's a very soft roll with cheese and with minced beef and onions inside it. And I have to say, it's absolutely fantastic. It's tasty, but it's hearty. It's simple, good cooking. If this were a president, this would be President Gerald Ford, who is from Omaha, Nebraska. Synergy! So as you can see, we're in Kansas City. When you're in Kansas City, you have to have Kansas City barbecue. And if you're going to have Kansas City barbecue, you've got to go to Arthur Bryant's barbecue. It's the original, still the best. I'm supporting a black-owned business. I'm not making a big deal out of it, so neither should you. The top of the totem pole, Kansas City barbecue, is this stuff: burnt ends, the ends of brisket. And it's really interesting because you hear burnt ends, you think, I'm not going to enjoy that. You see these, and you think, that looks burnt, I'm not going to enjoy it, but they're... I mean, it's just delicious. It's just full of flavour. It really subverts expectations in a way that I particularly enjoy. It's very much like the film Triple X, starring Vin Diesel. You think, oh, this is going to be some tawdry nonsense with exposed flesh and a hint of a nipple. No. It's in fact a wonderful action movie starring Mark Sinclair, aka Vin Diesel. Burnt ends are the Vin Diesel of the barbecue world. So it's been several hours now since I finished the burnt ends and the baked beans and the pulled pork and the coleslaw and the sausage and the potato salad and the ham, and I am still uncomfortably full. Yeah, really feeling it. I'm not sure I'm ever going to eat again, but here's the thing. I don't regret a second of it. That's the art of barbecue. Hey everybody, look. It's St. Louis, which can mean only one thing. We're in St. Louis. We are in Forest Park here in St. Louis, which is a park you may never have even heard of. But here's a fact. It's larger than Central Park in New York. Everybody bangs on about quality over quantity, but is not quantity over quality another surefire path to success? St. Louis thinks so. Look, it's an arch. Correction, it's the arch, because I'm here in St. Louis and this is pretty much their main thing. It is a very impressive structure, both in height and in girth and in pleasing curves. But in this capitalist wonderland of the United States of America, one has to wonder, how long until McDonald's purchases and completes this monument? Da 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 da! St. Louis Arch. I'm in a truck stop bathroom in Indiana, and the most notable thing about it is this strange crotch height mirror. Just so you can, the door's there, the main deal's here, you're heading out, you've washed your hands, you sorted all of that out, and you just need to double check whether you've splashed this out too hard so it's got on your trousers. Just having a little double check there. Am I all good? Excellent, I can head on. That's ingenuity. A lot of people look down on Indiana, but they invented the crotch check mirror. I'm here in Louisville, Kentucky, home of Jennifer Lawrence, some baseball bats, and Muhammad Ali. Obviously, Muhammad Ali had passed away about 5 years ago, so I don't have the opportunity to go and meet him. So this is the next best thing. This is his final resting place. This is his grave. Some lovely steps. There's kind of a tablet. I believe he is actually resting there. And then his family headstone up there. It's quite a understated final resting place for someone who was larger than life. I think we can all agree. I'm going to go in a different direction. I think when I am buried, I'm thinking some kind of laser show, an animatronic model of myself, and a single beam of light reaching the sky like every action film. But this is good too. It's chicken. I'm in Kentucky. It has been fried. It is chicken that has been fried in Kentucky. It is Kentucky-based chicken that has been fried. Delicious. Sometimes the art is in subverting expectations. Other times, it's about hitting them right on the nose. West Virginia. Very pro-Trump, very conservative, very Republican around it here. I'm very upset that Trump lost the last election. Very upset that Trump is not the president anymore. And I ask myself, why are they so salty around here? I think I found out. It's because of the gravy from their biscuits and gravy that they have every morning here, that everybody has every morning here, I believe. If they are consuming this level of salt in their gravy each and every morning, how could they be anything but salty? And I feel like just one, and that's a small, that's given me, I don't know, what's the opposite of diabetes? This is the Blue Ridge Tunnel in Virginia, and I've just conquered it. It's a long, abandoned tunnel. You can just about see the pinprick of light at the end there, and I just conquered it. I walked all the way through it, stopped, turned around, walked all the way back. That's conquering it. And let's see how impressive that was. It was really long, it was very cold, there were icicles in there, so it's probably a bit dangerous, and, come on, abandoned tunnel, very probably haunted. Better luck next time, old, probably racist ghosts of Virginia. So far we've been staying in Motel 6s across the nation, but last night we were geographically forced to stay in a Super 8, which must be great news, right, Notme? A Super 8 has to be mathematically 2 better than a Motel 6, right? How was it better? Well, potentially it was better because they had only one room left, which was a double bed as opposed to 2 twin beds, which means I had to share a bed with my cameraman, and a couple of times our feet touched, so I can guarantee an awkward day of driving today. It gave us a lot of exercise because the elevator was broken, so we had to lug our cases up 2 flights of stairs. It's more expensive, so you feel like you're living the high life. You feel like you're in a time machine because of the decor. It seems like you're stuck in 1983. And finally, as a little extra bonus in the fridge provided in the room, we were gifted, I assume it was a gift, an opened, half-drunk bottle of Mountain Dew Live Wire. Thanks, Super 8, you thought of everything. In 2017, Charlottesville was host to a horrific white supremacist rally. Absolutely terrible. You probably remember it. When you were watching it, if you're anything like me, you probably thought 2 things. Number 1, racism, pretty silly overall. Yeah, we can all agree on that. Racism, pretty silly. Number 2, I bet Charlottesville has a wonderful academic institution. And you'd be absolutely right, and here it is. the University of Virginia, UVA. Absolutely gorgeous, beautiful buildings all around, set up by Thomas Jefferson. There he is, there's old Tommy up on a plinth there. Yeah, superb. Obviously everything looks nice on a sunny day, but gosh, what an incredible building that is. Obviously also because of the prevalence of tiki torches in that particular white supremacist rally, I'm pretty confident that somewhere around here Charlottesville also has a pretty top-notch garden centre, so I'm looking forward to seeing that as well. I'm at Virginia Beach, which is not a trick name, it is a beach, which means that finally I have reached the Atlantic Ocean. I mean, obviously the actual trip doesn't finish until New York, New York. We need to go up the coast a little bit first, but seeing this here as a symbol of everything I've achieved, everything I've gone through since I was at the Pacific Ocean, it's monumental. And looking at it now, I can't help but feel exhausted. And so the trip ends here, New York City, baby. And so far I have to say I'm a little bit surprised. I had believed for the entirety of my life that New Yorkers were all tough guys. Yeah, ooh, tough guys. Partly because of the accent and partly because New Yorkers just don't shut up about it. However, I arrive here a day early. I cut the trip short to avoid travelling in a winter storm that was described by the city's own New York Times as hitting with the power of a freight train, to find this, a light flurry of snow that's not even settling. This is what New Yorkers call a terrifying winter storm, which kind of means that New Yorkers are a little bit soft. And you know what that means, guys? I'm gonna fit right in. Welcome home, Notme!
Notme made this super cool art for himself, but also for you. And now the art is done, there's something he would love you to do. A like would be great, but if you subscribe, that would be swell. He needs 100 subscribers for his custom URL.